Hi, I'm Max.
And I'm Skylar.
Recently, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
And it didn't take us long to become completely obsessed with the show.
But one of the things we love the most about the show is the brilliant end credit sequences.
Which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we're going episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credits.
We're excited to have you join us right here on Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure the Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due.
All right!
I can't feel my face, chip chipperoo.
Have you done that one before?
But I love it.
I think you've done it.
But I love it.
I think you've done it.
Right when I pulled it up to look at what I like, because I did it a couple days ago, I could come up with whatever song I want to chip chipperoo. And I was like, how could I have not done this song already? Because I'm so obsessed with The Weeknd.
We had a whole conversation about how you love him.
Yeah, but I think that was a different song or a different reason he came up.
You know who would be able to tell us?
I think I've definitely done it, and now I'm very disappointed in myself. But go ahead. You're holding your finger up.
You know who would be able to tell us if you've already done it?
Who?
Our listener, Sierra.
Sierra, please let us know if I've done this song before.
Yep, they are detail-oriented, and I love it so much.
Okay.
Send us a DM, Sierra.
I just want to say that I'm an old man, and I am going to probably redo some songs in the Chip Chipperoo.
And it's okay.
Moving forward. Because I also only know like 7 songs, so that's a problem too.
Well, you were on a roll a few weeks ago.
I'll have to do another Weeknd song now. Chip Chipperoo, everyone. Welcome to Bob's Credits. We're a podcast. We're Bob's Burgers fans.
They just listened to our intro.
You're right.
Hi,
You're
I'm
right.
Skylar.
Why am I doing this? Yeah, it really does sum it up. Do we have any business to discuss? Anything you want to say to everyone before we get into burger puns?
You know, I don't think we have any business, but I will say if you have taken the time to DM us about how much you are loving the podcast, it means the world to us. And I was wondering if I could ask you a little favor. Maybe you could literally copy and paste your DM and send it over to Apple Podcast and post a review there. It would mean the world to us.
Yeah, just scroll down on your Apple Podcast, find the place where you review, hit 5 stars, and just paste what you pretty much said to us.
That would be awesome.
We love it regardless. Skylar and I send screenshots all the time to each other.
We text each other the screenshots.
In case we, because we're both running that account, sometimes we miss some of the messages.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's lovely. We appreciate it. And we appreciate any reviews you leave us as well.
Yeah.
Should we get into some burger puns here, Skylar?
Absolutely.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Your first pun is buried with children. Not buried. It's not dark.
It comes like a blackberry jam.
It comes with blackberries.
That sounds so good. Max.
Yes. Your next pun is the pen is mightier than the gourd.
Bob.
Max.
Oh, I was certain.
Your next pun is speak of the deviled egg burger.
Max.
Yes.
Because I feel like you like deviled eggs.
Oh, I love deviled eggs.
Yeah, I did know that about you.
Like, to a point where, like, if there's, like, a plate of them, I will eat more than I probably should, or that, like, to where I'll make myself sick. Your final pun is baby got bok choy burger. Baby got bok.
Max.
Bob.
Oh, I was going to say that, but then I thought you were tricking me because you were going to do all Max ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was 3 Maxes going into it.
I knew that has been on the show before, but I just thought you were trying to trick me.
I messed with your head the time I did all Maxes.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a trick move, and now it's going to mess with you moving forward. Should we get into the episode?
Yeah, let's do it.
Skylar, can we have the title and synopsis for Season 6, Episode 2, please?
The title is The Landship. Let's set the stage. The Landship Parade is days away. The mysterious ghost boy is spray painting ghosts around Wagstaff, and Tina is labeled bland as an unsalted pretzel. When our unspicy sweet tea discovers who Ghost Boy is, Jordan, she decides to join him in his illegal activities. So a little romance going on there too. Meanwhile, 5 porta potties are placed in front of Bob's Burgers for the parade. So Bob and Linda, under the cover of night and with a smoky eye, attempt to move them.
This episode came out on October 11th, 2015. It was written by Holly Schlesinger and H. John Benjamin, directed by Jennifer Coyle.
Wait, is this H. John Benjamin's first episode he's written?
Well, you have stepped on my first fun fact for you. Yeah, this is his first writing credit on the show. He's going to go on to write 2 more episodes, I think. I'm not sure if he wrote one in season 12, but he co-writes 2 more with Holly Schlesinger. He does Secret Admirer. We've had trouble saying that one before. In later this season, episode 18, which we'll get to soon enough. And then in season 8, episode 13, he co-wrote Cheer Up, Sleepy Jean.
Interesting that he only writes with Holly. I wonder if they just like click or why that is.
Sure.
That's lovely.
Yeah. Maybe it's just you like to write with some people. You don't like to write with other people.
Are they married?
I don't think so.
I don't think so
I don't
either.
know. Yeah. Did you call her Sweet Tea?
Yeah, I called her
love that.
Unspicy sweet tea. Oh, I didn't even get the pun that I was making. Sweet tea.
Oh, I thought you did that on purpose.
Oh, I wish. Just say I did it on purpose.
Okay. Let's say, okay. Did you call her Sweet Tea? Like the pun?
Yep, because Bob's Burgers loves puns, so I made Tina into a pun.
You are brilliant. What a mind. It also made me think of Sweet Tea from Always Sunny.
Oh, 100%.
Very different women.
Very different women.
Yeah.
Speaking of women, I love Tina.
Tina, the heart, the conscience on that girl.
Yes, and I'm specifically talking about this episode.
Tell me.
I don't know. I just relate to her a little bit. Like, Tina, I mean, she has this amazing imagination and she's just a really cool person. But to have like your whole middle school calling you like bland and vanilla when she has such like, she wants to live such a big, romantic, fantastic life, it's just so heartbreaking. I feel like I went through something like that when I was in high school. And then she tries to be this bad girl, but her conscience is just so loud. I just have such a soft spot for her.
It's such a great character episode for her.
Yes.
For all the reasons you just mentioned.
Yes. And I really like a Tina-centric episode.
Mm-hmm. And if she just had a little bit of Louise in her, just a little bit, everything that makes us love Louise, it's like what I love about them is that they're flip-flopped in that Tina's heart controls everything like she does pretty much. And occasionally she'll make a bad decision, whereas Louise will let her mischievousness kind of like lead the way, and then her heart will kind of get in the way later.
Yes.
They're
not oil and water. They're like
what mixes together a little bit better, but not great.
They're kind of like peanut butter and jelly, I guess you could say.
They complement each other.
Sweet,
sour. They're not as great plain.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fine plain. They're great.
Actually, they are great alone, but they do just complement each other wonderfully. So how do you feel about this episode as a whole?
You know, it's funny because I really like the Tina stuff. I'm not a fan of like the landship stuff, which is weird because that's kind of a part of the whole episode.
And we'll really get into that sentiment in the credits because I have some big things to say about that.
Okay, we will. I love the B story. I'm so entertained by Bob's Burgers getting porta potties put right in front of it. And Bob trying to get rid of the porta potties. It's
so real. That's such something that would happen to like us in real life, even though we don't, it's just so relatable. It's like, really, you can just scoot them over 5. Like some of just like the way the world works does not use common sense. But I love Teddy in this episode.
Oh my God.
As he helps them scheme.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
You didn't.
It has one of my favorite like Bob Teddy conversations. I think I have to play the clip just because it's so funny. Do you know what I'm talking about already?
I do, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh, I have a favorite one, but I think yours is going to be different.
What's your favorite?
I love when Teddy, it's in the nighttime and they're trying to push the porta potties. And Bob and Linda are like screaming at him different directions, and he gets so flustered, and then he just like drives off once he thinks that the porta potties are going to fall over.
It's hilarious. I love that scene too because they like all they did in that whole thing was slosh the slosh.
There
not
you go.
Slosh.
Yeah.
Slosh. I've been drinking a little vino over here. I have not.
I don't know why that made me laugh so much.
All they did is slosh the porta potties around so that things got everywhere.
Disgusting.
Like it was Steve-O and Jackass.
I knew you were going to make a Jackass reference.
Steve was known for those porta potty stunts. No, that is not my moment. Let me get the moment that I love.
No, don't transfer me. Please don't transfer me.
You on hold, Bob?
Yes, Teddy.
What are they playing?
It's Tom Petty.
Tom Petty! Back down? Don't back down?
No, it's not. Don't back
Take you to
down.
the gates of hell?
American
Right?
Girl.
American Girl. Do you have a speakerphone?
No, Teddy.
Do you have another extension down here?
The song ended. It's the B-52s now.
Rock Lobster?
Love Shack.
They're playing all the hits!
So funny. It's like Teddy is me in this episode. I feel like in that scene, I'd just be like, I want to hear what the hold music is.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
No, you think I'm more Bob?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe Teddy's you. I'm on hold.
Yes.
And you're asking me what Tom Petty song because you love Tom Petty.
I am a huge Tom Petty fan. If I'm ever on hold, I feel like you just walk away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're just
I don't
like,
want a part of it. But
I don't want a part of this adulting.
yeah, but I don't think I've ever been on a hold where it's like playing the hits
Good
like that. That's
music.
great. I love
I
Tom
know.
Petty and then B-52s right after.
So good.
Oh.
Okay.
You know what? I haven't done Tom Petty or B-52's Chip Chipperoo, so I'm going to work on those.
100%. Thank you. Since you had to play your favorite clip, can I play my favorite clip?
Yeah, let's do this. This is a clip show, folks.
Woohoo! Bob's Burgers is so good.
So
Who
good.
doesn't enjoy listening to some clips?
See you soon, baboon. Wait, spice it up. See you soon, bitch. Too spicy, too spicy. Oh god, I sent it. Okay, it's fine.
It's
Great.
so good.
See you soon, bitch.
I think this is a great overall episode, and I know you don't like the ship landing, but sometimes they take like Lobster Fest, like that is the episode, whereas I feel like the landing ship thing or whatever it's called is very in the background. And there's two like separate storylines, and not only do I love both storylines, I think this is one of those episodes where my laughter was like interrupting me from hearing like the next funny thing. Is just like line after line, like physical comedy when Tina's like tired from staying out all night and Bob's like holding up her head, Tina returning her library books 3 days early. I just like really love this episode.
Yeah, it's a really good episode. And I just want to clarify that the land ship stuff doesn't bother me that much. It's just like I'm kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
You know, like the
Yeah.
opening scene where like with Miss Patience head bottom is like doing like I'm just kind of like, eh.
See, I don't like it that much either, but still hysterical stuff is happening. It's when like they talk about the mall and Jocelyn has a great line and they're being mean to Tina. Like it's still great. And then we got to talk about Tina's boyfriend.
We do. Before we jump into that, because we're going to get into some voices here, I just want to ask, do you know who does the voice for Miss Patience Longbottom?
No.
Also known as Jim Skillman, but we never see Jim Skillman not as Miss Patience Longbottom. A head bottom.
Whoa.
Sorry, I got Neville Longbottom in my
These
head.
are a lot of words that you're saying right now.
It's a podcast.
So they had to create like two people for this one person we've never seen before,
Well,
essentially.
yes, it's a
Teacher.
re-enactor.
Oh,
what
it's
they're
a
called?
reenactor.
Yeah, so it's
okay.
a guy playing this character,
Yeah,
but we don't see the guy not as the character.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Do you know who voices?
No.
It is the show namesake and co-writer of this episode, H. John Benjamin.
Really?
You will hear him in the end credits. Spoiler
I can't
alert.
wait.
But yes, let's move on to the love interest of this episode.
Spicy.
A voice that you recognize almost immediately when we were watching it. Jordan, the ghost boy,
Bad Kisser,
Yeah. Who voices Jordan?
Nathan Fielder.
Nathan Fielder of Nathan
Nathan
For
For
You
You.
fame. If you don't watch Nathan For You, it's one of the funniest shows of all time. He attempts to help small businesses in... Why are you shaking your head?
It's so funny.
Oh, in humorous ways.
He's like monotone. The reason I was like, because normally I'm bad at naming voice actors on Bob's. And I was like, Jordan sounds like Tina. And I was like, wait a second. Nathan Fielder sounds like Tina because he's played like another love interest of hers.
correct. He played Nathan in Beef Squatch,
And if
the guy she meets at the
like the showing,
recording or the the TV studio, and that's season 2, episode 9. If you want to go back
and
and hear
he
the
like
voice.
dresses up as Tina to get backstage because he like loves what's her face's hair. They sound so similar, Jordan and Tina, and it makes it that much funnier, this relationship to me. First of all, that was what my first kiss was like.
That you got like your nose
Yes.
covered. Oh, okay.
It was so horrible.
I'm sorry. It's funny because Tina doesn't seem that into him. Really.
Well, I like seeing that side of Tina where she can be discerning and she's like, this isn't a match for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she gets it by the end.
Yeah.
But it's the kissing that truly does it.
It's so bad. It's so disgusting.
It's so gross.
He eats half her face.
It's so gross.
That's how I eat deviled eggs, by the way.
That's so gross. She's so kind to him at the end. She's like, I'm sure you're going to meet someone who, doesn't mind bad kissers. She's just like so sweet and honest at the end. It just like break my heart, Tina.
He does meet someone pretty quickly, though.
That was so funny.
Voiced by Jenny Slate, by the way.
That girl?
That girl at the very end, she's like right next to Tammy. She comes up.
Yep.
Tammy's already there. Jenny Slate's already doing the voice, and yeah, Jenny Slate does the voice of that girl at the end.
I feel like before we get into fun facts, we have to talk about the Jimmy Jr. moment at the end of this episode, because I remember on my first watch through, before I kind of looked at Jimmy as a little bit of a wholer character, we have a whole fan theory episode on our Patreon about how Jimmy is most likely in love with Zeke, and it really kind of explains his behavior toward Tina. Everyone has different opinions on Jimmy Jr. We have people who are like, duh. We have people that are like, no. We have people who are like, he's asexual. So there's a bunch of different theories, but it was really fun to look at him as like this really three-dimensional character over on Patreon. But I remember the first time we watched this, I was so mad at Jimmy Jr. I was like, oh, this is the first time he's really shown interest in her, and it's because...
No, that's not true.
Not the first time, but it's the most obvious moment when it's like, wait, someone else is getting your attention?
It's similar to the last time we saw this happen with Josh and the dance-off situation. Like whenever Tina is her attention is taken off Jimmy Jr. for a little while, he goes, wait a second.
Yeah.
Not cool, Jimmy Jr.
Which is interesting. If we do go with the theory that he has feelings for Zeke, one of the things we talk about in the episode is that his father is probably not receptive to any other sexual preferences other than like heterosexual. You know what I'm trying to say? He's not someone you would ever want to come out to. So I wonder if we're going with this theory, I wonder if Tina is a safety to him. And so when that's kind of threatened by her going off with someone else, I wonder if he doesn't feel as safe anymore with her not being an option.
It could be.
I don't know.
It could be.
I just like going way too deep with these characters.
No,
but
I mean, we talked in that episode on Patreon that Jimmy Pesto's probably not the greatest father for opening up or emotions or anything. Yes. So I'm with you there. Fun facts?
Let's
you ready
do
for
fun
some
facts.
fun facts? Anything else we want to say about the episode specifically?
Let me look at my notes.
Nice to see Bob and Linda getting a win at the end of this against Jimmy Pesto, by the way, and we'll play that clip right before the end credits.
Always lovely. And I know I sound like a broken record, but Louise is always at first in mischief, as we've already talked about. But them being like, no, we're going to sneak out and help you fix this horrible thing that you've done was so sweet to me. And the writers just do it so well.
Well, this is where what we're talking about, where I think Louise comes in perfectly, because this is breaking the rules.
Yes.
Climbing out of bed in the middle of the night to go do something, but her heart's leading the way here. Like she's helping Tina, but part of what the reason she's helping Tina is because she gets to break the rules at the same time.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, totally. And I think she would probably think that's first and foremost what she's doing. But Louise loves Tina. I think the love between these siblings is something that makes the show so, so special.
I agree.
I think we need a more, we talk about like you can pair any two different characters, three different characters together and get a completely new dynamic. I would love to see like a Tina and Louise specific episode. I guess we did see that. What was that fairy princess?
The first episode of season 12.
So that was like a Louise and Tina thing, but I would love to see those two paired up in another episode somehow. What pairing would you want to see that we've never seen before?
Maybe like, I think Jean and Teddy together would be funny.
See? Oh my God. Yes. I don't want to see Bob and Teddy together anymore.
Yeah, it seems kind of repetitive at this point.
Well, they need a new angle on it.
Yes, where Bob thinks he's better than Teddy and
then learn something about Teddy.
Yeah.
I would do a Marshmallow and Bob episode.
We need more Marshmallow in general, if you ask me.
Everyone craves that.
You know what? I would love to see Louise and Fish Odor, Mr. Fish Odor, create some kind of scheme together.
Yes. They did that a little bit in like the beach thing, but I really want to see them like her come to him with like a business offer or something. Man, I just love this show.
So we should start a podcast about it.
We should.
Some fun facts for you here. The original title of this episode was Spray Anything.
Oh, I like that.
Actually, Spray Anything we saw in the opening credits of the pest control truck in The Equestronauts.
Wait, I like that title so much better.
Maybe it was just because they used it on a pest control truck or something, or maybe, I don't know. But it doesn't seem like they
Sad.
Yeah, I wonder why they switched it.
Oh my gosh, wait, the script cover could have been so cute. It could be Jordan holding up a ghost above his head under Tina's window.
I'll try and track down the script cover. I'm not sure what it is.
That would be
Let me see
cute.
real quick. Okay, I actually pulled up the script cover, and I guess these name changes happen after the scripts are like written, and because they always seem to have the original title.
Oh.
Because this does have Spray Anything.
Really?
And it's Tina holding two spray cans over her head, like what's his name? John
boombox.
Cusack with the boombox.
Oh, is she spraying them upwards?
Yeah, she's spraying them up. I'll put this is
so cute.
This is in our on Instagram. Bob's
Yes.
credits on Instagram if you want to go
That's
see
adorable.
it. Right
And I like the title better because not only is it a pun, not only does the pun play into the spray can, but it plays into the rom-com aspect of this.
I have no idea what the change was for or why.
Maybe a rights thing? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Keep them coming.
I only got a couple more here. So we were talking about Nathan Fielder doing the voice of Jordan. He's from the show Nathan For You. Dan Mintz, who voices Tina, is a writer on Nathan For You, or was a writer on Nathan For You.
Are you kidding me?
So not only are they similar, but they're kind of buddies, I think.
My mind is blown. Can you imagine just hearing those two talk back and forth in a room?
Yeah.
This like monotone.
You not know who's who. And just speaking of voices, we get Mr. Ambrose is back. Billy Eichner is back. Mr. Ambrose is hilarious in his scene where he's piling up the book so he doesn't have to see Tina anymore. It's one of my favorite shots of the episode.
You laughed out loud.
Yeah.
I clocked it.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to see what can make us laugh out loud, even though we're on the like millionth rewatch of something.
Exactly. I just love how mean he is.
I love it.
It
It's
cracks
probably
me
what
up.
every teacher is saying in their head, but like could never say it out
that's
loud.
what I like. That he's just says it.
I love it.
That's all I've got. Should we get into the end credits?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so as I said, the last moment is Bob's is thriving because the porta potty line is right by Bob's, and they've learned that to-go burgers are popular when you're waiting to go.
I was so happy to see a win for Bob. Did I kind of think it was gross eating next to porta potties? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too. Yeah, there are two kids. They're right next to the porta potties. They've got maybe 2 bites out of their burgers.
What are you going
What
to
are they
do?
going to do with? Yeah, there's no way you're going to finish that thing before you get in there. And I don't want to get too graphic.
Specific?
But if I'm in line for the porta potty, there's a good chance that there's some stomach situations going on. I don't think I need a burger right then and there. That's not the place I want one.
Oh my gosh. And then, like, if you wipe, when you
Okay.
wait.
Okay, now we are. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm with you. I'm
just
coming for the ride.
I'm just saying, thank you. Thank you for coming aboard. Technically, if you didn't have a problem with this and you just, whip out your little wobbly bit and pee and don't need to wipe, that could potentially be a one-handed situation. But me trying to think about squatting over a porta potty, trying to get my hand to some toilet paper and wipe all while holding a burger is just not going to work. No, thank you.
It's a disaster. I'm glad they're thriving, but I think porta potties I've only really gone to at like music festivals, and I sometimes have a drink in my hand and I'm able to pull that off somehow, but
I'm so glad.
not a burger.
Ooh.
And I would feel like I'd come out of there, even if I did pull it off, I'd come out of here just thinking like there was so much stuff on it and bacteria. And all right, we've gone too far. Bob is having a great time. That's all.
He's so happy.
And then we're going to get into these end credits.
Jimmy, these porta potties are the best thing that's ever happened to us. You know what these porta potties smell like? Success.
That's where it really got me.
What really got you?
I was fine with the burger line until he sniffed the porta potties and it made him gag. I'm like, no, that is not the environment I want to savor one of his gorgeous burgers in.
Maybe people are just like drunk from the festival and they're in line.
Now
and
that is true.
That you might be convinced to buy a burger regardless of what's going on.
I don't even want to know where the worst place I've eaten something is when I've been drunk.
Yeah. Okay, so what happens as soon as Bob says it smells like success?
We go to the classic kitchen scene and Tina and Louise are prepping.
So yeah, we've got Bob, Louise, and Tina prepping burgers, and we hear this shanty song, like a sea shanty.
Yes.
And it's in the window. What do we see? The service
So
window.
I don't remember all the names you threw at me earlier in this episode, but
The only one that matters is Miss Patience Headbottom.
Miss Patience Headbottom is there, and then she has semen.
Yeah, yes.
I guess
That's
soldiers.
Yes.
Soldiers.
Yeah, no, you're right. They are seamen, I think.
Why is she Miss? Is it MISS? Because
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
supposed to be 7 or something.
Yeah, it's MISS.
They're kind of arms around each other and in a line facing the window, kind of like you would do. I'm gonna say if you've had one too many in an Irish bar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Or at in a wedding, you'd get in these circles where you got your arms around people and dance around. Or is that just a Jewish thing that I'm thinking of? The hora.
That's the hora.
Oh,
I thought you were
but-
going to say a British pub, but you went with the
No,
hora.
I went to what I can relate to. Yeah, let's see what happens in there. Yeah, Miss Patience Headbottom is dancing with some of the other reenactors.
Hi-ho, singing a song. Human night in the early spring. Hi-ho, singing a song.
Okay, so they're dancing back and forth, Miss Patience and her little friends. There's the flutist walking around playing that little flute.
I just got really excited, but I don't think it's true. I would have really liked the flutist to be Mr. Fraun because he was so excited about the production they put on at the school. Is it him or no?
I don't think it's him. I don't think
Womp.
he's a member of the reenactment team as much as he would like to be.
Right.
And there's also 2 people kind of sitting in the booth behind them.
Reenactors.
Dancing, yeah, but also I think they're eating there.
Hi-ho, singing a song. British were coming, Mackendies were they. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Rocket boys. With only one ship, our ribs they did pray. Hi-ho,
I just let it play through because really that's all that happens is they kind of like dance back and forth a few times. The two people sitting in the booth are singing along and dancing, and we see the flutist. And
So what's the music switch up? I don't understand it.
the music is kind of it's like Miss Patience Headbottom starts singing it at the during like the presentation at the beginning, and right when they start singing it is when like Tammy and Jocelyn start talking about Tina being plain. So you don't hear much of it. It's just kind of playing in the background. Apparently, it's a sea shanty that's commemorating the sloop that duped the British. So the ship that, you know, fooled the British, they rocked back and forth.
But wasn't there like a style change mid-song right here?
Hi-ho, singing a song.
British were coming, my Hindus with
That.
me. Hi-ho,
Oh, yeah, it just kind of like picks up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The original, like, the first half is kind of more like just the flutes playing. And
Yeah.
they're like, and then it has like a full band coming in.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I hate these end credits.
Okay. Well, that's what we're here to discuss, right?
I guess so.
Do you want to hear some of the lyrics of
Yes.
this sea shanty? Okay. I'll sing you a song I'll sing. Hi hoy, singing a song. Hi hoy, singing a song. A humid night in the early spring. Hi hoy, singing a song. The British were coming, muckenders were they. Hi hoy, rocket boys. With only one ship, our ribs they did pray. Hi hoy, singing the song. We bellowed and blundered and twiddled our wobbles. Hi hoy, singing, and it gets cut off there. Oh, you're hitting your head against the mic. Do you need me to hold your head up like Bob holds Tina's head up in this episode? Wow, okay. So this is where we discuss the highlights and the lowlights.
Well, I want to hear your overall thoughts.
Yeah.
This is now my second gut reaction that I'm just like, no, thank you.
Yeah, because we love this episode so much, and like the thing I pointed out at the beginning that I care the least about is like this landship stuff.
Yeah.
So as fun as like the kind of like the song is and the music is, it's a bummer that that's what's going on in the restaurant. The family is just doing normal stuff. They're just not even reacting to any of it. So yeah, it's not my favorite.
I mean, I think it's cute, like, because we can talk about it as like a continuation, like, they're done for the day. They did their parade and they're probably at Bob's being boisterous. And that is cute. We watched it last night and we were sitting on our couch and our TV's like all the way on the other wall, as, you know, TVs normally are, I guess. But it was from really far away, which is normal. And it all blends together. There's too many people back there. And then the song is cute, but it's not a bop.
Yeah.
It doesn't like make me want to dance. It kind of annoys me. So I don't know. It's just my opinion, which is just that, an
That's
opinion.
what this podcast is our opinion.
Yeah.
We still appreciate the animation and music that goes into these end credits. And
Yeah, and that's a good point. Is this better than every other end credit series to every other show? Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Are we more entertained? Are we willing to sit through the end? Yes, of
Yes.
course. Of course. That's why
Yeah.
Bob's has the best end credits ever.
Can I pitch an idea?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if this would be funny or not, but I kind of just want to see Linda sitting at her vanity attempting a smoky eye.
I'll take it for sure.
What? I want you to pitch something.
Maybe some kind of like we're outside the restaurant setting with the porta potties. Maybe even like the whole thing can be no music and just like Teddy, Bob, and Linda trying to move the porta potties and failing, and it just like car noises and like, well, you know, like Teddy, go forward, go back, you know. I
would love that. I
Yeah.
would also like Teddy somehow getting locked in the porta potty and just us hearing like the sounds of it would be like really funny.
That would be funny. Like just like at the very end, he goes in and like they lock it up for the night for whatever reason. He's all, what? And maybe he can start singing like American Girl at the end to himself.
Oh my God, that is funny.
Or Rock Lobster.
What if he's like, Bobby, what do I do with the burger in my hand?
I love when we both try to do Teddy.
It's fun. All
Should we
right.
score them?
Let's score them.
We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's Skylar, you have been very vocal about how much you dislike these credits. What are you giving them?
A 4.
Wow.
What are you giving them?
I know.
I
Are
was
these our lowest scoring now?
No, I think there's one that we gave it 2.
Really?
I don't know. We should go back.
Yeah. One of these days we'll go back and see
Yeah.
what everything scores and maybe kind of create a graphic of some sort for people to have.
Oh,
but
that'd be fun.
until then, those are the end credits to The Landship. Thank you everyone for listening. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. We've plugged our Instagram. We're on Twitter too, Bob's Credits. We've asked you to review. We've plugged
I
our
just wanna
Patreon.
Update people on what episodes are on Patreon in case you want to, check it out. We have play along trivia for both Louise and Wagstaff staff.
Yeah, those are the 2 topics we've done so far.
Wagstaff staff trivia is hard.
Yeah.
It was so fun. Everyone really enjoyed playing around. We have what else we're watching, some little hidden gem TV shows.
We have fan theories like, is the mayor a dog? As we mentioned, the Jimmy Pesto one. We've also got evolutions of, where we really do like deep
Oh, we
dives into
did-
characters. We did evolution of Speedo Guy, which is
so fun.
one of my favorite evolution ofs we've done because
Yeah.
there's a lot to Speedo Guy.
That we
You
missed.
really dig into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, patreon.com/Bob's Credits.
We'll see you there.
Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Stay sloshy.
I like that. Sloshy.
Sloshy.
Stay sloshy.